Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome back to the Self-Love Challenge Day 8. I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday. I have been sick in bed most of the day, just trying to rest. And it's it's hard resting when you're not feeling good, but our bodies need rest when they're not feeling good. But I didn't want to flake on the challenge, and I wanted to do a short and sweet one today, but a really deep one as well. Loving yourself more takes work, and it's not the easiest thing for a lot of us. And today's subject is emotional honesty. Being emotional, being honest with your emotions, and not judging your emotions, and letting yourself feel them. Self-love entails this, because when we're children, sometimes we're not allowed to have feelings, right? Sometimes we're told children are seen and not heard. Sometimes we're told, shh, don't talk. But as young babies, think about young babies. They are so in touch with their emotions. When they're cranky, they cry. When they're hungry, they cry. When you become a toddler, what's the first thing you learn to say? No, I don't want to do that. Babies, toddlers are so in touch with their emotions. They automatically are honest. But then as we get a little older, we're told, shh, don't tell. Shh, children are seen and not heard. We're told really in school, at home, and a lot of places to not share those emotions. And if we do, we start judging ourselves about it. And that's really not loving with ourselves, because we're all emotional beings. That's why we're called human beings, right? You ever think about that word? So that is the subject for today. And just a few points I need my glasses for. Being authentic with yourself and embracing your emotions, no matter how hard it is. I know me, part of my learning curve is wanting to run away with them and from them sometimes, because I was that child that had to stuff everything down, that wasn't allowed to be okay with not being okay. So it is sometimes challenging, especially with the hard ones, like the high elevated emotions, like love and joy. Oh, I can spread that, like no problem. But if there's a hard emotion, then it gets a little bit more difficult. The connection. I try to be connected with you guys, the being vulnerable with people around you so they can feel comfortable to feel vulnerable with you. That's what I'm trying to do with this self-love challenge, is to show you my vulnerabilities so you can be vulnerable too. Because a world without vulnerability is a cold place. But when we're vulnerable, we can open up to somebody and we can feel comfortable with them and with ourselves. So vulnerability is really super important. And what else is important is all our mental health, right? I have a saying I like to live by. I'm not perfect by any means, but I really try to keep this in mind. Say what you mean, but don't say it mean. You can tell somebody something that you're feeling or about your emotions, and you can do it in a loving way. And I know thinking about church or thinking about some pastors that we listen to, they say pray about it before you speak. You know, I think there's another acronym thing, like think before you speak. And we all, of course, don't always do that, because if we get angry or if we get hurt or if we're so sad or full of sorrow, sometimes it just comes out. And but try to keep in mind that you're going to feel bad if you say something mean when you don't really mean it, and if you're just doing it out of your emotions, you know? So you can be angry, and you can say things and express yourself without being mean. There's just a few things around emotional health and vulnerability. And for the homework, how about just either talk about your feelings with a close friend, do a video about it, or just journal about it. Write a post. It doesn't have to be in detail. You don't have to give names. Maybe it's just emotions about something that happened to you in your past. Or maybe it's emotions around what are you going through today. Or maybe you could just be emotional about something you don't like about yourself that you wish you could change, and you don't know where to start, you know? Sometimes we really want to change something, but sometimes our habits go so deep that the more we want it, the harder it gets. And taking that little step sometimes is really difficult. So that is today's self-love challenge, loving yourself a little more. I really, really love and appreciate you guys. And I hope that me sharing my vulnerability with you is helping you in some little way. That's my goal for the Love Yourself More challenge, is for everybody to really love themselves more, including myself, and honoring each other in the process of doing that. So have a rest of your daddy, oh God, the rest of your day is fabulous, Saturday, and I hope to see you tomorrow with day 9. I'm starting a new job tomorrow, so I don't know what time I'm going to be on, but I definitely will still keep it going for the 21 days. And I look forward to your video or your post, or just you journaling. You can even just say, I journal about this, Debbie, and thank you so much. See you tomorrow.